So in today's video, I'm going to help all you golfers that suffer from an over-the-top downswing, resulting in shanks, pulls, slices, all manner of problems. I'm going to show you exactly what's happening, how you're going to fix it, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a drill that's going to help you rid yourself of that over-the-top move forever. Hi there, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'd love it if you consider subscribing, hit a like button, drop me a comment, hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. So you've clicked on this video because, I guess like a lot of people, we're suffering from that over-the-top move as a golf club works into the downswing. So what does that result in? Well, for sure when we do that, we can get the golf club moving forwards, traveling left of the target, which results in a pull left. Close the face, you get a pull hook. You can easily present the heel to the golf ball, get that dreaded shank. And very, very often, that's where we see that open club face and that slice. So there's a variance of things that can happen from that over-the-top move. What it really means is it's over the top of the plane of the golf swing. And the plane of the golf swing, in sort of simple terms, if I was to make a backswing, maybe it's the left arm parallel, the butt of the club points down to pretty much ball target line. That's the plane that I'm operating on. If I was to get to the very top and perhaps then move it forwards over plane, that's that over the top of the plane, out in front of the golf ball, working to the left. It is not a nice place to play golf from. There's lots of different ways that people can initiate the over the top. Some golfers will go very much on a rotational flat backswing. They will lift and move forwards. Some golfers will make an absolutely beautiful backswing and their trail shoulder will work forwards. Their chest will spin out very, very quickly, moving that club forwards. A lot of people just really want to get speed into the golf club and they pull the golf club forwards. But what I'm going to talk about today is something I see very, very often when I'm coaching. So I've got my little face indicator on here to show you what's happening in the downswing. And as I say, this is just a common problem that I see, not the only cause of this, but just something to be aware of. And if this is you, this will really help. So all things being equal, if the grip is in a pretty good place, we're okay with that. We get to the top of the backswing in a good spot. Everything kind of looking nice. We got the club face looking more to the sky, which is excellent, okay? As we start the downswing, danger for a lot of people is they want to get speed into the golf club because we're anxious to get the ball as far down the fairway as we can. What tends to happen is people begin to pull down on the handle. Now as I begin to pull, what does the golf club do? So if I pull down here, the golf club wants to move forwards, okay? So that's the problem number one. We pull on the handle. We also notice there is a cupping or an extension of that lead wrist. Now what is that doing? Well, as I start the club down and my lead wrist extends and cups, look at the loft of the golf club. Look at the pitch of the shaft of the golf club. Top of the backswing, start down. Cupping in the lead wrist, the face begins to point quite open. If I continued that pattern on the way down, you can see the shaft gets very, very steep. Top of the backswing, the lead wrist is flat. As we begin to pull on that handle, notice the shaft pitches forwards, it's getting steeper, it's moving outside the golf ball, over the top. It's also opening the face. So you can see the face is, when I get to the top of the backswing and I extend or cup that lead wrist, the face orientation is changing. We're adding loft, we're opening the face. So once again, pull on the handle, lead wrist goes into extension or cups, club begins to move forwards, outside the golf ball, and we can see where that face is, okay? So it's massively open. That's gonna cause your slice, unless at the bottom of the swing you can do something to alter that, but it will probably end up in a pull shot or possibly a shank shot, and it is just a really tricky scenario to be in. The golf ball doesn't really want the club traveling towards it with the shaft very vertical and the face open. It's not going to be very good impact factors for us to hit the consistent shot that we want. So what do we do with the lead wrist? How do we get that lead wrist, and will anything change if it's in a better place? So I'm going to show you the difference between the two. What happens if I was to do the opposite? And what is the opposite? Well, the opposite would be bowing the lead wrist or flexing the lead wrist So notice what it's doing to the shaft and to the face. Remember, extended, notice how the shaft steepens over the top. If I was to flex, look how the shaft falls back behind me, and look how the face gets a little bit stronger. So what does it look like in a golf swing? Top of the backswing. Begin to turn the lead wrist away from me instead of turning the lead wrist back towards me where it goes more forwards. So the shaft wants to fall and the face wants to turn. Now that means I can deliver the golf club from more behind my hands or level with my hands, and you can see the face is nice and square. So let's have a look at impact and how they differ when that lead wrist changes. So that pulling of the handle, adding speed in, bringing the center of the club, bringing the weight of the golf club forwards, opening the face. Impact's going to be quite here, a little bit extended, cupped in that lead wrist, lots and lots of loft. We're probably going to hit the ground first. It's not going to be very good. Changing those conditions of our downswing. Remember, flatter lead wrist, feeling like the lead wrist, if anything, bows a little bit or certainly stays straight. We can then see the golf club into impact. What do we notice? Well, we've got that shaft line, which we all know, we hear about and talk about, and we know that's the desirable impact position. We've also got stronger loft. We've also got a square face. We've also then got an exit or a post-impact path. Instead of the path being pull the handle over here, working left across the golf ball, notice how the path of the golf club now works from the inside down the target line. So, as I say, multiple reasons why it happens, but this is one that I see very, very often, and I also see it messing up with people's impact, whereby they're a little bit here at impact, lots of loft, not great with the strike. So, instead of pulling the handle, extending the lead wrist, opening the face, just think about keeping it flat. And if anything, rather than the knuckles of your lead hand beginning to turn back towards you, it's like turning like a motorbike, okay? You can see revving a motorbike where the face is opening. Try to get the sense that you're actually pushing them away. That's going to get that lead wrist into a bit more flexion, which is going to strengthen the face and pitch the shaft in a shallower angle. It's not enough if you're trying to change your over the top and you still have that extended wrist to just feel like the shaft falls back behind you, because the face is completely open. So I can't swing, even though the shaft pitch is pretty shallow and it's good, I don't have the face to be able to do that. So I have to add in the flexion and the strengthening of that lead wrist to get the club face into a spot where I can deliver a square face. So that's crucial, and it's just something I see so much of. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. What we're now going to talk about is the drill, the best part. The drill is going to help you at the range fix your over the top. Now, I have got this genius little thing called a swing plate, which is brilliant for ranges like this when we can't stick any sticks into the ground. But should you not have one of these, and if you do, I'll stick this in the notes below or the comment section below. I'll stick a link into this. Check them out, really good. I'll put a little code in there. You can get a discount on me. If you don't have one of these, you can easily turn the basket upside down and have the stick poking through the holes in the basket. But since I have one, I'm going to use it. So what we're doing is we're going to place this on the ground with the alignment stick, and I'm going to angle that alignment stick so that it is around about knee height, just below knee height for us, okay? As we now set this up, you can see I'm placing a golf ball directly underneath the stick. So most of you are already going, I see what he's doing. This will prohibit the golfer swinging the club forwards, having the lead wrist extending, pulling down on the handle, getting that forwards, because we're going to be in a spot of bother. So when you get the stick set up, go ahead and make your practice swing to the top of the backswing. Get the lead wrist extending, you can see the issues. Have the lead wrist flexing, bowing, shaft pitches shallower, loft gets stronger. But look at what happens. I can actually keep that club traveling underneath the stick. It'll never affect me. So once you've made, I guess, as many practice swings as you need, feeling the golf club going away this direction, and you'll notice that I'm not going with my arms. I'm simply changing the orientation of my wrists. Then I can swing through. So once you made enough practice swings, we'll give it a go. Start slow, like everything. Slow little shots, not going too far, because we don't want to hit that stick, smash the golf club and annoy everybody at the driving range. Let's see, can I give it a go? I know every time I do this, I'm always very aware that people are dying for me to mess up and hit that stick. So let's see. Top, we don't want this, we want this. Top of the backswing, a bit of flexion, keep it there, turn and hit one. So not a pure strike, but beautiful little soft draw. Very easy to keep the club coming from in here and then getting that draw instead of club out, down, crashing across. So give that a try next time you're at the range. Play around with that, even in front of the mirror, you know, check the wrist conditions, notice where the club changes, how the loft changes and how the face changes, and let me know in the comments how you get on. Start off slow, we're just chipping some shots down the fairway to get the hang of this, to get us away from that over the top pattern. So hopefully you find this helpful, and if you did, I'd love it if you would subscribe, hit a like button, jump in the comments below, let me know how you get on. Is this a difficult drill for you? Have you tried it before? Or if there's anything else that you're struggling with in your game, please put it in the comments. I'll have a chat with you and see if in another video I can't help alleviate the problems that you have. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.